Yo guys, Timmy here. Welcome back to another Decant Boutique video. Today we have Gentleman EDP by Givenchy. This one is my favorite out of the whole line of fragrance that smells similar to Dior Homme Intense and Valentino Uomo Intense. Now, I just reviewed Valentino Uomo Intense. I told you guys how much of a legendary legend that fragrance is. Yes, legendary legend. Now, I'm gonna tell you about this one that is 1% or give or take 0.5 to 1% better than Valentino Uomo Intense, but it's also one of those fragrances that I really can't live without. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into the notes. We have top notes of black pepper, lavender, and bergamot, mid notes of orris, cinnamon, and clove, base notes of patchouli, vanilla, tolu balsam, benzoin, and tonka bean. Now, there's a lot of notes listed in here, but the best way to describe this one is that it has a very nice similarity to Valentino Uomo Intense and Dior Homme Intense. Now, it does not have the iris, but a lot of these darker notes kind of make up for the differences. Tolu balsam and the orris definitely replace that iris vibe, giving it a little bit more of a softer, more powdery appeal to it, while the spices really adds that masculinity back into the fragrance. So Dior Homme Intense is more of the metrosexual type. Valentino Uomo Intense is masculine, but still rides the line just a little bit. This one is definitely masculine. Masculine, dark, mysterious. Those are the words I would choose to describe this fragrance. So the spices comes off just very, it's so elegantly done. The blend of the spices and the orris and the vanilla that adds just enough sweetness to where it does not come across feminine. It just comes across like you have a sweet side to you in a way. Like when you wear this fragrance, it comes off as a strong, masculine, boss, mysterious guy, but you also have a sweet side, a nice little sweet undertone to the fragrance and to your personality that conveys through this fragrance. So, it's just so good. This is the part where it's just a 0.5% or 1% better than Valentino Uomo Intense because it is a more complex fragrance. It feels like a more complete fragrance in comparison to the other two, which are more just geared towards a certain type of crowd. This one is just much more complex and has more of the stories that you can attach to the smell of the scent than the other two. So that's why this one is 0.5 to 1% better than my second favorite, which is Valentino Uomo Intense. Now these two, I would say there are two that I really can't live without, and I can't really compare these two side by side because I love them so much for so many different reasons. I would wear Valentino Uomo Intense usually when I'm outside, when I'm going to a party, where I feel like I'm more in a fun and extrovert vibe. This one I would wear more, I would say maybe casually. I would wear this one as a signature scent because it does feel more me. I'm very introverted if you get to know me, and I like to keep to myself, which this fragrance conveys that kind of mysterious, kind of dark vibe about my personality really well, more so than Valentino Uomo Intense. So I reserve VUI for more of the party scene, and I wear this one more for signature scent. Now, in terms of my recommendation for this fragrance, I would say if you like the other two previously mentioned fragrance, Dior Homme Intense, Valentino Uomo Intense, Dior Homme Parfum, I would say I highly recommend you to try this one. I really bet you're gonna end up loving this one more than the other two, but that's just from my personal opinion. Or if not, you're gonna like this one just as much as the other two. So if you really like those one, I highly recommend you check out this. Now on to performance. This one is quite strong. It really doesn't come off my skin, which is nice. It lasts easily around 9 hours at the minimum, and at most on my skin, roughly around 12-13 hours. So no problem in the longevity department there. Extremely good, long-lasting fragrance. In terms of projection, it is a cloud as well. Not so much of a cloud as VUI, but it's still quite a nice cloud that will still get you attention. People will still know you're wearing this fragrance. Next, we're gonna move on to versatility. This one is to me a little bit more versatile than Valentino Uomo Intense because the projection is toned down, so it's not too aggressive for indoors. I've worn this to the office, works just as well. So you can wear this in definitely more situations, and the scent itself, I would say it's still a fall and winter time. It's not, light enough for summer and spring. So I would say it's still fall and winter, but in terms of occasions in general, you can wear this as a signature scent. Like I said, I would wear it as a signature scent. You can wear it to the office, date, party, formal occasion, any occasion you can think of. You can pull this one off nicely. But I would say the best settings for this fragrance would be the formal settings because of the spices, the dark kind of mysterious vibe. Fits the suit really well, but there's no rule or elements in this fragrance that would suggest that you can't wear it in any other situation. Like I said again, signature scent worthy for the fall and winter time. Moving on, we have the compliment factor. Now this one gets compliments, but not as much as Valentino Uomo Intense type of compliments. I would say that since Valentino Uomo Intense is all-star, This one is just below all-star, kind of like a B-list celebrity as opposed to an A-list celebrity kind of thing. It does still get compliments, it does still smell mass appealing, but it's not as much as a mass appealer as Valentino Uomo Intense. The spices in here can indeed be a little bit too heavy, and the Oris here gives it a little bit more of a powdery touch, which a lot of people out there don't really enjoy the powderiness in fragrances, especially the mass amount of people. They enjoy something that is sweet and fresh, more so than powdery, thick, and spicy. Next, let's talk about the price of this one, and this one for 100 ml, it goes for right now $52. So like roughly just $50, let's just say that. $50 for 100 ml is a no-brainer. It's absolutely worth every dime. $50, that's half the price really of Valentino Uomo Intense. If you think of Valentino Uomo Intense was $80. So yeah, it's roughly a little bit more than half the price of Valentino Uomo Intense, which is absolutely insane. And for the thing that it does, the versatility, the performance, the scent, the compliment factor, it's a very, very nice buy for the fall and winter time. And unlike Valentino Uomo Intense, you're actually going to get more usage out of this one than that one. So it makes it even more worth it. So this one is one of those fragrances that I highly recommend, definitely at $50 for 100 ml. But as always, we are on the Decant Boutique's channel, so if you don't want to buy a whole bottle of that fragrance and you want to test it out first, I'll leave a link down in the description below to where you can buy decants of Givenchy's Gentleman EDP. Alright, that's it for this review today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and bye.